You are listening to GHP Radio, powered by iTrackRadio.com, your independent music source. Fresh, new music, right here on the all-new GHP Radio, your new independent music
Ladies and
source.
gentlemen, grandmothers and grandfathers, Nat George and the Windsong Music Group, in conjunction with My Purple Rose Entertainment, is proud to present
the stage play that's taking the country by storm, the Sam Cooke Story, A Change Gonna Come.
Saturday, August 12th at the beautiful Black Academy of Arts and Letters. It's the Sam Cooke Story, A Change Gonna Come. Tickets are $45, $65, and $85 and can be purchased from the box office, 214-743-2400.
A change gonna come, the Sam Cooke Story. Come reminisce with his music. You Send Me, Cupid, Only 16, Twisting the Night Away, and the prophetic A Change Gonna Come. All you've ever wanted to know about the man and his tragic end.
Tickets are $45, $65, and $85 and can be purchased from the box office, 214-743-2400. The Sam Cooke Story, August 12th, 2 shows, 2 and 6 p.m. at the Black Academy of Arts and Letters.
A change gonna come, the Sam Cooke Story. Presented by
You are listening to GHP Radio, powered by iTrackRadio.com, your independent music source. Fresh, new music, right here on the all-new GHP Radio, your new independent music source.
special thing. Lovers only need honesty. Two hearts the same, beating in the name of romance. And I don't care who gives in, 'cause it's only a game. The end is just the same.
feel alright, yeah, yeah, yeah. Out here on this dance floor, I can't take no more of this pressure that's been weighing on me. I just wanna feel this groove and get me out this mood. See, I wanna leave and take you with me. Your moves, they got me tipsy, baby. I'm kinda dizzy, kinda blinded by you. This time, I don't think we're playing, babe. You're like my cup, I wanna drink you up. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm intoxicated by you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Boy, you got that groove. I'm intoxicated by you. Ooh, ooh. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You see, I can't complain because I'm breathing and believing in your love. I was collided on that floor. Can you be for real? Cause what you did to me, it really messed me up. You're like my champagne, baby, or my whiskey, or some Hennessy. So smooth, smooth and dark brown ecstasy. I'm so glad you decided to leave with me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm intoxicated by you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Boy, you got that groove. I'm intoxicated by you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm intoxicated by you. Ooh, ooh, got me tipsy, baby. Boy, you got that groove, yeah. I'm intoxicated by you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. When I'm with you, you're my ecstasy. You got me dizzy from this fantasy. You got that groove, and I'm tipsy, baby, and I'm blinded by the way you make me feel. Ooh, oh, I'm intoxicated by you. Boy, you got that groove, yeah. I'm intoxicated by you.
not gonna be here to make our little meeting like we planned. But we'll get together real soon.
Another sleepless
Love you.
night.
Bye.
I wanna be close.
What's this hold you got over me? I ain't in control, it's so crazy.
What the hell is going on?
Sleepless, restless, weary night after night. Missing what we share, it feels so right. I love your tone,
I love it.
the way you speak my name.
Rasha.
Waking me from my sleep, for you are real.
Where are you?
Only to find that you were never there.
Baby.
Did you really want me? Did you care? Can you feel me? Oh, can you feel me? Close to me.
I wanna be close, baby.
Baby, can you feel me? Oh, can you feel me, baby? Close to me. Closer, closer. As darkness falls all over my heart, the part that beats you seems so far.
Please come home.
Calling, calling.
Please,
I
baby.
need you, and I know that you want me to.
I know you miss me.
Come on, back home.
Come on back home, baby.
It's for me, baby, that your heart longs. I need you here, right by my side. I'm lost without your love. You've been my guide. Can you feel me? Oh, can you feel me? Close to me. I wanna be. Can you feel me? I need you. I know you need my love and sugar. Let me break it down, break it down, break it down right here. No matter where you are, no matter.
I think you should know that
I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't think without you close to me. Can you feel me? Oh, can you feel me? Close to me. I wanna be. Can you feel me? I need so close, yeah.
just like that.
I remember the time when we fell in love, how you stole my heart. And I remember the way you looked at me. I knew that you were the one. Seems like the time has come to remind you that you're the only one. I could never love anyone as much as I love you. Can't you see the way I feel about you? Everything I am is all for you. I never wanna live without your love. you see it's real? So don't give up on our love. It's only just begun. You're my heart and soul. 'Cause you're more important to me than material things. Can't you see how much I need you? I never wanna lose your love. You're all that I've dreamed of. I can't imagine life without you. So tell me what to do to hold on to your love. With me, love you, oh girl, forever and ever, forever, baby. You need to be with me, girl, oh baby, oh girl, forever and ever and ever.
When I met you, I was down. There's a smile upon my face whenever you come around. When I need it, you seem to know. You looked at me, you grabbed my face and said, pack your things, let's go.
Don't you like it?
Sure do. Take a first class flight, Hawaiian night, sand between our feet.
Trade the better
Trade it in, girl,
for the sweet.
for the sweet. Then you hit me with that super love that knocked me off my feet.
You did to me,
Do it again, girl.
do it again, baby.
Ooh, baby.
Do it again.
Do it again, girl,
Give
yes.
me more love. You're my friend.
You're my friend, man.
It's that friendship thing.
Do it again. You never break me down. Catching feelings, feeling real. I need some time to rearrange just how you feel. 'Cause I'm used to being by myself. But everything you add to me is so good for my health, yes.
We like it.
I like it.
In the heat.
In the heat, a first class flight, Sahara night, the sand between our feet. Yes, trade it in, girl,
For the sweet.
for the sweet. Then you hit me with more super love, you knocked me off my feet. Hey.
You did to me.
Ooh,
Do it again.
do it again,
Do it again, baby.
kiss me, girl. Do it again, baby. Give me more love. About that friendship thing, girl. Yeah, I don't have the time to play a game of hearts.
I've got too much
Tell me how you want me, baby. Tell me how you need me, baby. Tell me how you like it, baby. You know you want me, and I want you too. Baby, all we gotta do is keep on, just keep on keeping on.
Ladies and gentlemen, grandmothers and grandfathers, Nat George and the Windsong Music Group, in conjunction with My Purple Rose Entertainment, is proud to present
The stage play that's taking the country by storm. The Sam Cooke Story. A change gon' come.
Saturday, August 12th at the beautiful Black Academy of Arts and Letters. It's the Sam Cooke Story. A change gon' come. Tickets are $45, $65, and $85 and can be purchased from the box office. 214-743-2400.
A change gon' come. The Sam Cooke Story. Come reminisce with his music. You Send Me, Cupid, Only 16, Twisting the Night Away, and the prophetic A Change Gon' Come. All you've ever wanted to know about the man and his tragic end.
Tickets are $45, $65, and $85 and can be purchased from the box office. 214-743-2400. The Sam Cooke Story, August 12th. 2 shows, 2 and 6 p.m. at the Black Academy of Arts and Letters.
A change gon' come. The Sam Cooke Story.
Presented by My Purple Rose Entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of the Indie Live Spot. Hope you all are having a great weekend, and I hope you all are staying cool too, in fact, because it's pretty warm, hot all across the country, and actually a lot of deaths and stuff that are happening, you know, from with this heat and stuff. But anyway, I hope you've been enjoying all that great music I've been playing since the half hour, and But now it's time to get really serious because we're excited about our guest today. We actually have the gentleman who is the writer, and he actually is portrays Sam Cooke in this play that we have, and I'm talking about Nate George, and also we have Prince E. Jeter, and also Fred Walker, and then of course y'all know Ray Mack. But we have all of them here representing this wonderful stage play that is coming to Dallas. Actually, August. Was it that August let's see, the 12th, right?
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, August the 12th. So, it's going to be a wonderful show, and very, very excited about it. So anyway, just welcome everybody. Welcome to the show.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Well, my gosh, man, this is very exciting, and we want to let the viewers and listeners know about this wonderful stage play. How did it get started? How long has this play been going on? As of to now. Anybody?
Is that addressed to me, Gary?
Yeah. Nat, you go ahead and take that.
Sure. Actually, this is our 17th year touring with A Change Gonna Come, the Sam Cooke Story. We premiered it in actually the last half of 06, 07 at the Rialto Center for the Arts downtown Atlanta. And we've been on tour with it all throughout the South. All of the secondary cities in Georgia, Mobile, Birmingham, Alabama, Raleigh, Durham. We were actually headed to Chicago, to the Goodman Theater, which is Sam Cooke's home, in 2019, and COVID hit.
Yes.
And so we are extremely excited about coming to Dallas. So we're starting to actually vamp out to other parts of the country with the production. 18 cast members, 5, 6-piece band, depending on the project that we're doing. I also wrote Unforgettable, the Nat King Cole, Natalie Cole story, What's Going On, The Seasons of Marvin Gaye, and Across 110th Street, The Struggles of Bobby Womack.
Nice.
I actually write musical biopics for stage. So the music is actually the thread that's woven inside of the theatrical production throughout the course of the night or the evening, whatever, whenever you attend.
Now, what was the last one? Womack, the first name again?
Across 110th Street, The Struggles of Bobby Womack.
Bobby Womack, okay. Okay.
Which is actually the sequel to the Sam Cooke Story.
Oh, you're making it very interesting.
Yes, we are.
I like that.
We're giving you. I'm an artist myself, and I was signed to CBS Records at an early age of 24, and my first manager and producer was William Bell, Stax Records, and I was with CBS for about 4.5 years, and then went to a group out in California, Hollywood, California, called Macola Records, and after that I started Windsong Records, which is now transformed into the Windsong Music Group. So we actually do music and theatrical productions.
And when you said you're an artist and you were signed with CBS and Stax, you're a vocal artist?
I am. I play the vocals. Yeah.
Okay, play the vocals. I like it.
You play the sax, I'm thinking, from what I see on your wall there?
Yeah, I play the sax.
You play the woodwinds, yeah.
Yeah,
I play the vocals.
And you're the vocal winds.
Yes.
So what type of music? I can imagine, I assume it's R&B, but not necessarily. You might have been doing other genres.
Pop, R&B, gospel. Started my career actually as in gospel. Recorded 2 albums, 1 live album, as a matter of fact, at the Magic Johnson's home church in Lansing, Michigan. And recorded a Christmas album, which has done very well for us, entitled When Snow Falls. Nat George sings Sam Cooke live at the Playhouse. Servant, just a conglomerate basically of different music sorts. As a matter of fact, when we get back to Atlanta 2.5 weeks later from Dallas, we are embarking upon for the second time the music tribute concert of Al Jarreau. I brought it to Emory University last September, I think it was. And so now we're actually getting ready to broaden the horizon with it and take it into a number of different theaters throughout the South. You should come play sax for me on that particular one. Yeah. I'll do it. And then, listen, I'm serious. My saxophonist, very, just an extremely talented young lady, who's on this project, the Al Jarreau concert with us, called with some bad news, and she's having some real problems. She needs a heart and a liver transplant.
Oh.
And she is just phenomenal. She not only plays all three of the sax, alto, tenor, soprano, sax, and what have you, but she also plays flute and violin. So we are really, have really been indebted to her. And at this moment, I'm not kidding, I'm trying to find someone, and I know a lot of musicians in this town. I mean, I can put a band together in 5 minutes.
Sure can.
But she is phenomenal.
Time.
Yeah, so I might be giving you that call.
Oh, but I'm so sad to hear. What's her name, if that's okay?
Her name is Mala Feeney, and we certainly want to lift her up in prayer. I have a master's degree in theology, and believe me, I'm all in.
Rochella Parks is another saxophone player near me.
Really?
I mean, you think you're listening to Pharaoh Sanders when you hear
him. Okay, great.
And they cry, and we've played together. And because of sarcoidosis, she's limited to what she can do.
She can do.
Yeah, and I really, because she's so phenomenal, and that I'm happy to hear women are coming, more women.
Oh, yeah. Believe me, and I work with a number of young ladies, saxophonists, lead guitar players, bass players, drummers, and what have you.
I mean, I know you've heard of Jazz and Pink, right?
Yes, I have.
And I'm playing with them in Alabama next month.
Are you? Okay, great. Wow.
So I come across a lot of amazing women playing instruments, and I'm just having so much fun with that. I know there's ways to go, but I think it's phenomenal when I hear a woman, whether it's a sax, a guitar, thing. But I have a question.
Sure.
Why Sam Cooke?
Well, my father was a quartet singer, and of course Sam Cooke was a teenage gospel idol, and my dad would listen to Sam Cooke, Nat King Cole, all of the greats, and I was 12 when Sam Cooke passed away, and I remember I had a small stereo with set up on 4 legs in my room, and I would listen to Sam all the time. I started singing at age 4. I was a child prodigy, and didn't realize until I started researching Sam Cooke's life about 25 years ago that Sam also started at age 4. And once I really began to dig into his life story, I was trying to figure out how could I bring him back and put him back on stage again. And initially we looked at taking this project to film, but the music was so bottled up into different perspectives between his wife Barbara and Adco Records, which was Alan Klein's company, who was Sam's manager when Sam passed away, and that the publishing miraculously changed from Sam's hand to his. I started thinking about how we could bring the importance of Sam back to the stage so people could really understand who he was and what he brought to us as a people, but also to the country and to the world. And realizing that his music has transcended time, I decided that I would put it on stage. And so we brought it to stage, as I said, in 2007, and we've been doing it ever since. As a matter of fact, once we leave Dallas, we're after the Al Jarreau concert, the very next day, we're at another theater with A Change Gonna Come, the Sam Cooke Story as well, back in Atlanta. Yeah.
What I'm gonna ask, once this show is done here in Dallas, we bring you back for the across 110th Street, so we can still have that sequence there. That's what I'm looking at. Instead of bringing Marvin Gaye's story in right then, I like to, bring that whole sequence back in.
Would you mean the Bobby Womack?
What? Beg your pardon? The sequence, the story between Sam Cooke, Bobby Womack across 110th Street. Bring those two together.
Across 110th Street.
Right.
Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier, across 110th Street was the sequel to Sam Cooke. So that's where I like to see it come back to Dallas.
Well, we don't have a problem. Whatever you guys would like, we're ready to do whatever and bring it and put it on stage. So we've been performing across 110th Street now for the last 5 or 6 years as well. And so, we're ready and capable. As I said, 18 cast members with across 110th Street. I think it's a 7-piece band, lighting, director, sound engineer, all that type stuff. So when we come to the table, we come totally prepared.
Nice.
So across 16th Street, that's a band?
110th Street is actually it's a theatrical production. 110th Street was a soundtrack that Bobby Womack did for that movie.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and one of the things that I realized is that these artists of legendary format, if you promote them correctly, if you promote the project correctly, if you promote the show like it should be, then it tends to succeed because people are enthralled with the music for one, and then we're uncovering just nuggets of information throughout the show.
Right. I mean, I love it. I have a question. All the names that you listed, are there going to be any females icons that you're going to bring to the stage? I have a reason for asking.
That always comes through,
I mean, I'm just asking, will there be?
No, and believe me, it's a fair question, and I get it all the time. Yeah, I don't want to seem that I'm sexist or anything of that nature. But yes, there is one that I've actually been blessed to take pen and paper to within the last 3 years. During the pandemic, I wrote Queen of Soul, the story of Rita Frank. Yes.
Nice. Yeah.
And we will be bringing that to the stage next year.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, there you go, Joy Spencer.
Yay, thank you.
Now, the other question is, once he do the Nat King Cole, Unforgettable.
Yeah, Natalie Cole is there as well.
Natalie Cole is there.
Yes,
sweet.
She's there. As a matter of fact, with that production, the first half of the production is about Nat's story. The second half is about his baby girl, Natalie.
Oh,
and it's quite a story. Believe me, it is.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, quite a story. You remember, Joyce and Ed and Fred, I'm sure you guys remember this. You remember a group called the Independents?
Yeah.
Leaving Me, Can't Be. Marvin Yancey and Chuck Jackson wrote all of those beautiful tunes and what have you.
Okay.
Marvin Yancey was Natalie Cole's first husband. We show you that in the production.
Okay.
Chuck Jackson was Jesse Jackson's brother. So we take you through all of that. All that type of information is uncovered in these productions. People don't
it's history.
Now, let me ask you this, Nat.
It's a history lesson set to music.
Yeah, I like that.
Let me ask you this.
Sure.
With Marvin Nassif, was he from Tennessee? He was a preacher, wasn't he?
He was a preacher. It's Chicago. As a matter of fact, his father was a senior pastor at a church in Chicago. He became pastor. And he and Natalie kind of introduced him to the darker side of medicine. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, but they had one child that I know of.
Yes, they did, and he passed away at age 36, the same age that his father passed away at.
Right.
All of that comes out in this production. It's quite awesome. It's really good.
That I can't wait.
This is what I gathered from out of Memphis. This is my wife's mother, and she's up in age. She was saying that Marvin Nassif was related to her.
Marvin Yancey. Right.
Yes, out of Memphis, Tennessee. 'Cause she used to talk about this all the time. So,
Okay.
yeah. And like I said, yeah, that's how I know about it.
But we hope to come back to Dallas with whichever production that you guys select. A Change Gonna Come actually started it all in this format. And as I said, I was just trying to find a way to give the audience, to give our people, other people as well. The thing about Sam Cooke, and I tell people this all the time, it's the easiest sale I've ever had to make. And I think I told you that, Ed, if I'm not mistaken, and also you, Princess. Sam, the church still loves Sam. So you can take a poster for Sam Cooke and hang it up in the sanctuary, and so that's something that you can't do with some of the other artists, but you can do that with Sam because they always feel that he's a part of what gospel and what the church was all about.
Okay.
I think a lot of people have stories about Sam because even my best friend's mother, the last picture he took, her name is Omega, is with Sam Cooke because her husband was in the industry. So he must have been a very personable guy. But were you named after Nat King Cole? Just curious.
Yes, and that is the namesake. That's exactly right. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. That's right. My grandfather told me that many years ago. Yes.
Oh.
And the story everywhere we go, Joyce, someone, mother, sister, well, actually aunt, grandmother has dated Sam Cooke.
But she didn't date Sam Cooke. He was friends with, and just in case my friend is hearing, no, I'm not saying that. They were just talking, and
yeah, I hear you.
Flipping. So Layla, hey, we don't want to start no rumors.
But it's amazing. I mean, whenever we're promoting the show, and someone will always grab me or grab someone who's promoting with me, and they'll say, Sam used to date her aunt. And I'm like, Sam couldn't have been everywhere.
No, they didn't date. Let me make that clear. He was just, it was a newspaper that somebody gave her with her mom and Sam Cooke talking. Sure. And supposedly that was the last picture taken before he was murdered.
He was, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's going to be an interesting part. We won't ask you to reveal that.
Yeah, it is going to be very interesting.
Truth?
And we take you there. We take you right inside of that to show you exactly what happened in reference to that as well.
Hey, Fred.
Yes.
Do you have anything that you want to say about Sam Cooke, and your history?
Well, my history goes back to his spiritual days when he was singing gospel, and the fact that he sung with the soul stirrers, and when he left, and the person from Dallas took his place, Johnny Taylor. That's the part. Did Johnny Taylor lead in the songs for the Soul Stirrers? Ned.
I'm sorry, Fred. Say that again.
Did Johnny Taylor lead in the songs for the Soul Stirrers, or was he just a background singer?
No, he was. He came in as a. Well, they had two leaders at that time. I don't know the particular songs that he led, but he was always a lead vocalist, a lead singer.
Well, yeah, Fred. Now let me ask you this, Fred. When he came into R&B, the secular world, as you say, he changed his name. What did he change his name to, so the people won't recognize who he was?
Well, he changed his name to Dale Cook.
Correct.
Dale. There's no way he could. Yes, he changed his name to Dale Cook. He came out with a song called Lovable.
Lovable, right.
With the same melody as
it's Wonderful.
Wonderful. But he couldn't get away from that voice. There was no way to get away from that voice.
Yeah.
Everyone still knew who he was.
Huh. Yeah.
He didn't fool anyone.
But why? Was he trying to please, I'm not playing church music? Is that what it was about? Or
right, in that day, if you went away from gospel music and started singing secular music, that was taboo.
Taboo, yeah.
And as a matter of fact, there is a scene in the production which we actually expound upon that.
Okay.
Because most artists of any stature, I shouldn't say it like that. A number of artists from that had great stature in the industry, in the music industry, came out of gospel.
Right.
And one of the things that they had to do is actually make a break from gospel to secular music, and in doing so, in most cases they had to get approval, usually from their fathers. And so we take you inside of that scenery, which takes place when an artist makes that break from gospel to secular, which Sam had to do as well.
Okay.
And so whenever you did that, it was always taboo. It was very difficult because at one point Sam wanted to go back, but they wouldn't let him.
You don't need permission, though.
Let me correct that. The public wouldn't let him, basically, and he knew it. You know, because it wasn't just about the music. It was really about money, and that's usually what it's about in most cases. So it wasn't the fact that he was leaving God or leaving gospel. He just wanted to make more money.
Yeah.
Which most artists gets to that point where they're like, okay, I can make a certain amount of money singing gospel music, performing gospel music, but I can make a whole lot more money, a great deal more money singing R&B and soul music and pop and whatever, because the audience is greater.
Yeah. That's
And his music was great.
I'm sorry, George, I could.
But his secular music was great. It was nothing
It
at all.
Well, one of the things that I realized, I think it was the second production in 07 at the Rialto, is that God didn't leave Sam. He never leaves us. You know, he promised to always be with us, and he does. Sam left gospel music, but he didn't leave God. And Sam's voice was anointed. And so that's what we still hear, is the anointing that's on his vocals. And that's why his music has transcended time.
Exactly. Well said.
Now, when Sam started his label, who all did he help in the industry?
Well, he signed Billy Preston at age 14 to his label.
Here we go. Circles.
Yeah. Bobby Womack and the Womack brothers, because they were singing gospel at the time. Who else did he have on the label?
Ray Charles.
Ray was actually playing with Sam, but he wasn't on Sam's label. Ray was actually on RCA Victor.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
What about
Lou Rawls?
Lou Rawls?
Lou Rawls he wasn't really on the label, but Lou, you know what? You guys are taking me into the show.
What?
What did you say?
I said you guys are taking me into the production, into.
Okay. Let us know when we've gone too far, okay? Look, spoiler alert.
Yeah, we don't want to. Yeah.
All right, go ahead, man.
Prince.
Yes, sir.
How did you draw us in?
Well, I think it was, you and I have been friends for a very long time, so I knew I can count on you, and you introduced me to Mr. Fred. And Mr. Fred was looking to invest in a project, and we were looking in 2019 to do work on a project, and I had the Sam Cooke Story in mind because I met Nat when I was living in Atlanta, and from there, of course, COVID hit, and so everything was shut down, and we weren't able to do anything. So when I moved back to Dallas, we reconnected, and we are here today with the Sam Cooke Story, coming to the DFW area August the 12th at 2 shows only, 2 and 6 p.m. at the beautiful Pike Academy of Arts and Letters in the Naomi Butin Theater. And we're asking you guys to come out and support, so we can bring other shows to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We need your support.
I just really think that having your stage plays have a common denominator, if you will, historical musical figures. And I trust you guys to tell Nat, I know you're the writer. I trust you to tell the truth, because even in the case of Sam Cooke, we heard how he died, and then in my latter years, the stories come. What do you call them? Conspiracy theories or whatever.
Right.
But we won't get into that because I want people to come to your show and see that. I'm looking forward to hear it because we've heard about it, read about it, and then I said, oh, that you know what? I always thought something was weird about that story. So here you go. And hopefully, they will pick this up and you'll get a movie deal out of this. Like you said, Sam Cooke is.
We'll see. I've often said that whoever gets to screen with it first is going to make so much money they're not going to ever have to work again. And the Ray Charles story was phenomenal. And the marketing aspect of it with Jamie Foxx playing the lead, brought the genre, actually brought the demographics of a number of different demographics together. The difference in Sam Cooke is that it's even more exciting than the Ray Charles story, because there was just so much that went on in his short 33 years of life that he was able to succeed and able to bring to the table.
Wow.
I'm glad you mentioned that as far as the truthfulness of the story. I wrote the Sam Cooke story over a period of 10 years. I was actually researching it on microfiche before computers became norm on your desktop. I was in the library putting up newspaper articles and periodicals and things of that nature. And it was ordained. It was already preordained. Everything that went into the making of this story, God had already laid it out. I just kind of walked into the footprint that he had set in place for me. From the fact of raising the funds to actually bringing it into theater, to locating Sam's family, getting the phone number for the family. Oh yeah, it's just an amazing backstory. And
tell us, I'd like to hear some like contacting family and.
Yeah, I raised $36,000 sitting at my dining room table for this show, and I was telling Ed that in the very beginning I was doing a fundraiser for a children's book writer's home. The gentleman who wrote the story, Br'er Rabbit. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah.
He has a traditional home here in Atlanta, and there's an amphitheater on the site. And I was there doing a show for Capital City Bank. Capital City Bank was owned by a gentleman by the name of George Andrews, and he's in one of the video clips that we have there. George owned 7 banks at that time here in Atlanta, 7. And he heard me announce from the stage that we were getting ready to bring the Sam Cooke Story, A Change Gonna Come, to theater. This was in the beginning of '06. He was also a member of my church. And he stood behind me one Sunday. I mean, literally. He was standing in front of me. And he said, Nat, I went to see the Marvin Gaye story. He's talking about the very first performance that's, I think Marvin's sister brought to the stage.
Okay.
And he said, I didn't like it. It was terrible. And so then he walked behind me and said, you gotta put the Sam Cooke Story on stage. He said, I'm behind you, meaning that the weight of his bank was behind me. So that began it all. Then I was casting for Sam Cooke's baby sister's role. Her name is Agnes. And I was at a local, well, actually a regional convenience store, gas station called Quick Trip. And there were 5 young people in the Quick Trip. and I saw a young lady there, African American, looked like she was about 13, 14 years of age. And I can just envision her being Sam Cooke's baby sister. And I had no idea that my vehicle was parked right next to theirs. They were actually in Atlanta on a spiritual retreat from Birmingham. So when they got in the car, I was, and I got in my car, I saw that they were right next to me. At that time, I had the script with me of the Sam Cooke Story. I had my latest gospel Christian project that I had finished album entitled Servant. I also had one of my business cards, and I had a flyer that we had prematurely put together for the Sam Cooke Story. And she was sitting on the passenger side. And so as I began to approach her, Satan, which I call the Satan, actually came upon me and said, "You don't approach her. She's gonna think you some dirty old man." Right? This was 17 years ago. And I did not listen to that spirit, and I went forth, but I stood away from the vehicle and I held up the book that I had, that I was referencing at the time. I had about 3 or 4 that I was referencing. This particular book is called Dream Boogie, one of the most accurate books about Sam. And Sam's picture is on the back, but not his name. And so when I held the book up, I had it backwards, and she saw Sam's picture, not his name. And so she rolled her window down, and I said, "Young lady, would you be interested in participating in a play?" So she looks at the picture. Now this young lady's 13, 14 years of age, at least I'm thinking. She was actually 17, getting ready to graduate from high school.
Okay.
So she says, "Sam Cooke," and I'm like, "You know who this is?" And she said, "Yes." And I never heard this, Joyce. Now, I've been researching this story for this legendary singer for 10 years, because now I'm back in Atlanta, because I started this when I was in Michigan.
Okay.
And she says, "Sam Cooke," and I said, "You know who this is?" She said, "Yeah." She said, "My father is the president of the Sam Cooke Tribute Club."
Wow.
You're like, what?
Wow.
How do we say it? Look at God.
I'm like, I look at God, right? And I'm like, I never even heard of that in all these years.
Huh.
So she said, "Yeah." I said, "Really?" She said, "Yeah." And I said, "Where are you from?" She said, "Birmingham." So I gave her one of my cards. I gave her this CD, Servant. I gave her one of the flyers, and I told her to have her father contact, if they would allow her to do that. So three hours later, I get a phone call. It was from an attorney in Birmingham.
Amazing.
It was her father.
Wow.
Yeah. Listen now, it gets. I mean, this is when I knew that God was involved in all of this, right? I mean, think about it now. $36,000 in 6 weeks, and I raised that money, most of that money, from East Indians who had no idea who Sam Cooke was. They didn't care. All they cared about was green. I go to the Quick Trip and I meet, and I think I'm trying to catch for Agnes, Sam Cooke's baby sister. And she tells me about her father. He calls me, and now I have been trying to reach the family for about 2 years. I mean, I was Googling, putting up Google yellow pages through Google and all that kind of stuff. Calling people that I knew in Chicago. No one could put me in the direction that I needed to go. So he says asked the ultimate question. He said, "Have you talked to the family?" And I said, "I've been unable to reach them." So he says, "I've got all the numbers. Who do you want to talk to?" I said, who do you think I should talk to?
That's God.
So he says, "Well, why don't you talk to Agnes?"
Wow.
That's thing for. So I call Agnes. She picks up the phone, we talk. I send her the script, send her some other pertinent information. About 3 weeks later, she calls me. She said, "Nat, I've read everything and what have you." I said, "Do you want to be compensated? Your family want to be compensated for anything from this?" She said, "No." She said, I only have one suggestion, one wish. We did not call him daddy or father. We called him Papa. So when you come to the theater, that's why you hear us refer to Sam's father as Pop.
Okay.
That's the backstory.
Oh boy.
So,
Wow.
Wow.
That's
I
amazing.
realized it was already ordained. I just
Right.
picked up the
You're the
paper,
chosen
started
one.
it out. Yes. The
You're
chosen
the
one.
Mind blowing.
to do this story. And you know, when we see a stage play or we hear about it, the backstory is amazing
It's
because
amazing.
I hear 10 years of work.
10 years of work. And it's about 87, 89% factual. And that's why I always put in that, it's a 10 years of research. This isn't just something that was thrown together. A lot of research went into this. And it's evolved. A couple of things that I've put in, I've taken creative liberties just to kind of move it along a little bit, but you really don't have to do that with these stories. As long as you got all that beautiful music inside, they're gonna move anyway. And so, that's the common thread. We're doing anywhere between 22 to 24 Sam songs throughout the production. And so people are really, they're really enthused with what's going on. They're learning a lot because it's really a history lesson set to music. And then they're getting to enjoy themselves with all this beautiful music that they remember from Sam Cooke.
Now, Ned, I have been asked, are you going to do in the gospel music?
We are.
I've been asked that question.
We are. Not a great deal, but there is some.
So was Sam Cooke really born by the river in a little tent?
And that was something that I pondered about as well, and I tried my best to find out, and I still haven't been successful in doing that.
Okay.
But he was born in Clarksdale, Mississippi.
Okay.
Okay, so that gives some semblance to the possibility. He was born in Clarksdale, Mississippi, and moved to Chicago when he was 2 years of age.
Coming out of Clarksdale, I think is that Tunica or Clarksdale, they call Sugar Ditch. Can't
Right.
remember which one it is.
Right.
Called Sugar Ditch.
Oh. Because Mac, we never know what's coming.
Nah.
No, this, I can't remember if it was Clarksdale or Tunica, but it's an area there. It's called Sugar Ditch. It might have been in Tunica. I'm not sure. I can't remember which one it is. But
did you guys know that Ike Turner was from Clarksdale as well?
Yeah.
No.
He was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
look,
believe this or not, a lot of these artists has came out of Mississippi,
Well.
and actually moved to Chicago.
That was the place to go.
That was the place to
It
go.
was a place to go.
Howlin' Wood, all the folks,
Correct. Yeah.
Now, is this play?
Chess Records.
Is this stage?
As a matter of fact, in What's Going On in the Seasons of Marvin Gaye, that inside story with Chess Records and Holland Wolf and all those guys,
Right.
that's a part of that story because Etta James came out of that camp.
Yeah.
And so we show you all of that and where that song, I'd Rather Go Blind, came from and why it was born out of a heartbreak.
Of the owner of Chess.
Well, from Harvey Fuqua, who was actually one of the big time producers and promoters over at Motown. And when Marvin got to Motown because of Harvey Fuqua.
Right.
And when Harvey Fuqua went to Detroit to promote for Chess Records, he was actually engaged to Etta James. But when he got there, he fell in love with Gwen Gordy and got married. And Etta James found out that he was engaged and what have you. So she came out with the song, I'd Rather Go Blind.
Wow.
And then to see you walk away from me. But yeah.
What was you getting ready to ask him?
No, I was gonna ask. So how long has this play been going on? And where did it start?
17 years.
17 years. Wow.
17 years, and that's a feat within itself. That's another testament that God is all within it. You know, I couldn't have done this by myself. Not the cast, we couldn't have done this alone. In order to stay on tour, especially as an African American theatrical company for that long,
Yeah.
it's amazing. You know, it's a feat within itself. So whenever there's been a roadblock, whenever there's been a condition that we couldn't meet and what have you, God just steps in and, you know, through prayer and after we've done all we can do, then he comes in and he knocks down the building and just break every window. So then say, "Walk in."
Now the play has played in Atlanta, what?
Macon,
South Carolina,
Macon, Augusta, North Carolina, Athens, Columbus, Mobile, Birmingham, Savannah, all of that stuff and what have you.
What about, did they ever go to Virginia?
No. For the most part, we tend to try and take it into primary and secondary markets. Not that Virginia isn't, but you know, it's just not. It just doesn't have that market appeal. The thing about theater is, you know, that I've found out over these years is, in making the transition just from a recording artist back into theater, is that theater is a mindset, and so you have to be very careful about where you put your money in reference to theater and the people and the audience that will actually come out to the theater. You know, because you can lose it big time, and it's very difficult to recover it. You know, once you lose a certain amount of money. I'm sure all of you guys are aware of that. You've been doing this for a while.
What do you think about this Dallas market, this Dallas area?
Here's what I know for a fact, and that is as long as you advertise, you put your advertisements, and as I was, you know, telling the three of you guys, 60-second spot on your primary commercial radio stations, 2 or 3 of them, 4 to 6 weeks out, you will be fine. If you don't do that, you're gonna make, I would say, you'll make 40-50% of the profit of the funds that you should be making. But if you advertise properly with the Sam Cooke Story, Change is Gonna Come, what's going on, the seasons of Marvin Gaye, there is no doubt that you will make a pot of gold. Put it that way. You will make back the investment that you put in, and you will triple your investment. Because we've done that. It's been proven to this point. We were at the Rialto Theater back in 2007, which is where it premiered. It was a historical premiere because Sam Cooke has never graced the stage in Atlanta before until that time. That's exactly what's happening to Dallas. This is going to be a historical moment for Dallas, for the Dallas market. And to this day, A Change Gonna Come, the Sam Cooke Story, is the highest grossing African American theatrical production on the Rialto stage.
Nice.
17 years ago. And the Rialto is a very prominent, very high class theatrical theater. Yeah, it's owned by Georgia State University. So it's no joke, it's the real deal. But we were there for 8 days. It's a 850 seater. And so we were there for 8 days, but you guys are actually doing this in almost in one day with 2 performances because of the size of the theater. 1750, correct?
Yes.
Right. So, you know, as long as the advertisements are there, that's why I wanted to make sure that I could do whatever I could on our end to make sure that was set in motion for you. Because, you know, we want this to be a win-win, not for everyone involved. You know, we want you guys to knock this out of the park. Give me a call, coming back, you know, with what's going on this season with Marvin Gaye or across 110th Street, the struggles of Bobby Womack. whichever you choose, and after doing this, you'll know what the playbook is, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Well, like I said, and with myself, and I speak from other two cohorts, that it's gonna be one hell of a play. And people need to come see this.
And they do, because if you've ever wondered about Sam Cooke, you're really gonna have most of your questions answered.
Yeah.
Most of your questions answered. One of the things that we're doing, as I said, the play has evolved. When I learn more, we do more. Most of us are not aware that Sam was married twice.
Twice.
What? You said twice.
Yes.
Didn't know that.
So in the production now, you get to see what that was all about.
That's good.
Yeah. And I think it's very well. I think it's very well worth the time that we included, because the young lady that he was married to should be a part of this story. She was a part of his life, and he loved her very much. And most of us don't know that. But now,
excuse me, but this story here is going to be very educational, even for some old people too. So they don't know.
Right?
And
they don't know.
Good.
They don't know. They don't.
They don't know.
Very interesting.
But speaking of advertisement, Fred, I like your ad that I heard on GHP radio. That's your voice, isn't it? I heard on an ad for Sam Cooke stage play.
I wish.
That wasn't your. Why did I think that was you?
That's Nat's voice.
That's Nat.
I wish I had a voice like that.
It sounds like you to me, but it's a good ad.
But now when people ask you if that's your voice, tell them yes.
Okay, this is my voice.
Actually, we've been blessed in that instance. My bass player, who's been with me for 28 years, will be with me on this tour. And he and I started the Windsong Music Group together. He has a in-home studio. And so we've been fortunate enough to do a lot of all of our pre-productions and post-production at his studio. So, we're able to take time and what have you. That's actually my voice, and all the creativity stuff behind it as far as.
I see you have that other voice. You know how we have our office voice and our,
yes.
When I'm talking to my girlfriend's voice and when I'm talking to my cousin's voice.
Yeah, gotta make it work.
Somebody asked me, do I speak several languages? I said, no, I have multi-dialects, but, when I'm in South Louisiana, I have a dialect. When I'm in the office, I have one another.
Yeah.
But
So let me ask you, did you like the advertisement?
Oh yeah.
Does it catch you right away? That's what it's supposed to do.
It's exciting. It's hype. It makes. I really love it.
Good.
What Prince has a date. It's already played on. It's playing right now on. What's the gospel station, Prince?
KGR.
KGR.
1040.
Which is simulcast on AM and FM. Correct, Prince?
Right.
Well, I didn't catch it on the FM, but I would try to capture it.
It's supposed to be simulcast on both.
It's simulcast.
Yes.
And like I said, you can pick it up on the internet also.
And then it starts on August 1, I think, on Steve Harvey, right?
105.
Right.
Awesome. Okay. Well, with that said, what I want to do is I want to play it right now, and then I want to go into the video production promo that you guys sent as well, to kind of give everybody kind of an idea what to expect if they get their tickets. You know what I mean? So.
Thank you.
Well, what they need to do, because we have a lot of people that's out of state on here. You need to just catch your plane and come on see this show. I'm telling you.
That part.
That part.
We do have some coming in from out of state, so.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm looking at the ones in this chat room. They need a plane or get a hold of Gary. So Gary get a hold of me, get y'all some tickets, catch you a plane. Only thing I've said, don't catch Spirit. Get you a Delta. Southwest, American, but just don't fool with Spirit.
I didn't know what he was talking about when he said, just don't catch Spirit. I'm like,
just don't catch Spirit. Well, I said you be in for a ride.
All right, well, we're going to take this short break, and then we'll be right back. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back right back.
Hi, I'm Nat George, writer, producer, and star of the Sam Cooke Story. We're currently touring the country with the Sam Cooke Story, A Change Gonna Come. We want to take this moment and this time to invite you to please come out and be a part and share with us. It's a wonderful production.
Sam Cooke. Nate George. Give him a hand. Nate George.
Yes, the play was indeed an excellent performance. It made you actually feel that you were looking and hearing Sam Cooke live. It's an excellent performance and portrayal. We enjoyed it very much.
The play was unbelievable. I could have sat another 2 hours. It was just fabulous. What can I say? It was really beautiful. And I
Change the world. So infectious. With your eyes, the stories we can tell. So reflective. Can you feel the rush from the waterfall? So pure and not cold. Can you hear the sweet now harmonies of children begging on their knees?
Ladies and gentlemen, grandmothers and grandfathers, Nat George and the Winsung Music Group, in conjunction with My Purple Rose Entertainment, is proud to present
The stage play that's taking the country by storm, The Sam Cooke Story, A Change Gonna Come.
Saturday, August 12th at the beautiful Black Academy of Arts and Letters. It's The Sam Cooke Story, A Change Gonna Come. Tickets are $45, $65, and $85 and can be purchased from the box office, 214-743-2400.
A Change Gonna Come, The Sam Cooke Story. Come reminisce with his music, You Send Me, Cupid, Only 16, Twisting the Night Away, and the prophetic A Change Gonna Come. All you've ever wanted to know about the man and his tragic end.
Tickets are $45, $65, and $85 and can be purchased from the box office, 214-743-2400. The Sam Cooke Story, August 12th, 2 shows, 2 and 6 p.m. at the Black Academy of Arts and Letters.
A Change Gonna Come, The Sam Cooke Story.
Presented by
got for tonight. It's one of those nights where you've been all my life. You smell so good and you're dressed up nice. You know I'm so hooked. You got me shook, baby. You drive me crazy. You want me to chase you in the fast lane so I can get next to you. Through stormy weather and rain, you remain in my brain. To be with you, I'll do anything.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and I hope you all got a great look at that that promo there. Kind of give you an idea of what's to come, and yeah, so
I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
Excited about the whole thing, what you're doing. I don't think that's ever been done. What you're doing, the concept, if you will, I don't think that's ever been done.
And I don't think so. I think we're the forerunners here. If it has been done, I know it hasn't been done to this magnitude. You know,
But I'm talking about Sam Cooke. I'm talking about you're going to do Sam Cooke, Nat King Cole.
Right. Correct.
You're doing it. You know what I mean? It all has a common denominator, and then you're going to move into. You said, I think, did you say this off the air? Who you're going to do the female? I don't know if you want to reveal that now, right now.
Oh yes, please. We you know, as I was said, I was blessed to pick up pen and paper during the pandemic. You know, we couldn't do a great deal in the pandemic. I think I did 2 shows. I was actually commissioned to do the music of Sam Cooke for the city of Atlanta. And so we did that, and then maybe one other thing and what have you. So I had a lot of time on my hands. And so I started writing and started researching first the story of Aretha, well, you know, her story in itself. And very interesting story. And I tell a couple of my associates that working with me on this is that I'm going to need a bulletproof vest because I'm going.
I'm laughing because I was thinking the same thing.
I'm going very close to uncovering who her 2 children were birthed by.
Oh yeah.
And
I know.
doing that is going to be very controversial, and there's going to be some upset young ladies and older women in the audience and what have you. I know for a fact, but I'm going as close to that as I possibly can. Not with firsthand knowledge. From a young lady who lived down the street. So in addition to what I've uncovered in books and and all of that stuff and what have you, but it's a very exciting story. She was quite a phenomenon, and it's going to be there. The one challenge that we're having right now is that the young lady that I'm trying to get to play the role, because one of the things about these stories is that if you can bring in the right actor who also has the ability of song to play the lead role, then it works tremendously, because when people come to the theater, they think they've been with that person. That's why Sam Cooke has been so successful. When they come to the Sam Cooke Story, A Change Gonna Come, they think they've been with Sam Cooke for 2.5 hours. You can't tell them any difference.
You did a fantastic job at it.
That's why it's been successful. I was telling, I think on the last interview that we did, telling the young man that I think we had the show last August or something of that nature, and I came off stage, and there was a woman in a wheelchair, and she said, "Nat, I've been to see this story 12 times." Wow. Now it's not uncommon for people to come and see it 4 or 5 times. That's normal. But I had never had anyone to come up to me and said, "I've seen it 12 times." And she's in a wheelchair. But that's the demographics that you get. You get, wheelchair, coming in on the cane, crutches, things of that nature, because of the demographics. But it also reaches out to several of the young generations as well. And you'll see that in the snippet from the video.
Yeah.
You can see some of the younger people talking about it. One of the things that I realized is that the younger set, they know a change gonna come. They just don't know the proper title of the song. They call it "Born by the River."
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you're speaking to one of the Gen X's or the 40-year-olds and what have you, and you say, "Well, you know anything about Sam Cooke?" And then you say, "Well, you know this song, don't you? Born by the River." "Oh yeah, I know that song." They have no clue that it's called "A Change Gonna Come," though. But that's because they don't know the specifics about it.
Right.
Well, that's one reason why I say it's going to be educational for the young people.
It is. It really is.
But by you performing that, Sam Cooke, is your deliverance, your voice, and especially when you walk up on the stage with all the grace that Sam will walk up on that stage.
Right. And that's the other thing. That you have to be very charismatic, compassionate in your deliverance and things of that nature. And so all of that has worked for us, and that's pretty much been my nature anyway. So it's helped, and that's why, I guess God decided that He would choose me to do that. Here's what He told me. Here's what the Holy Spirit, the Paraclete, told me on the second production of the Sam Cooke Story in 2007. Because I went to the Holy Spirit after I saw all of these folks coming like that in wheelchairs and on crutches and holding each other up and all this type of stuff. And this is an 850-seater. Before, when tickets went on sale, initially they only had one cashier. I think about 3 weeks prior, they had about maybe 2, maybe 3. By the time they got to the last week before the show, there was about 6 or 7 cashiers at this theater. It was phenomenal. I didn't know that there was a different director of the theater. The young lady that I had been speaking with was African American, and she was the business manager. And so she was kind of taking, all of my questions, putting me where we need to be and all of that stuff. And then by the time we started selling out, I got a call from the director, who was Caucasian, and said, "Is there anything else you need, Mr. George?" And I tell people all the time, someone asks a question, "Well, how have you been able to be successful with it all these years?" And it's simple. It's Sam Cooke.
Yeah.
It's Sam Cooke. Yeah, it really has nothing to do with me. I'm just a messenger.
Yeah.
And God told me on that second production, I said, "Why me?" He said, "Because I know you take care of Sam's legacy, and it won't be about the filthy lure. It won't be about the money."
It won't be about what?
The filthy lure, the money. It won't be about the money. And so as long as I haven't made it about the money, now don't get me wrong, we need to make money to move the show along. You got to make money to do what you do. But you don't have to do it just for profit, because when you do, you're in another lane. And so he was saying that I trust you with this. And as long as you stay focused on the assignment, this is what I call it, an assignment. As long as you stay on the assignment, I'm going to be truthful to my word to you. And that's what's been happening. That's why we're in Dallas.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
And I know that. Right. I'm sorry, go ahead, George.
No, that's all I wanted to say.
And I know that. I know that's why we're in Dallas. I know that's why we're in Mobile. And I know that. There's no question. So when other promoters come to me and say, "Hey, let's just do this," because what they're really saying is that let's make all the money. Let's forget about the cast. We don't need the cast. We just take the band and make all the money. And I'm like, wait a minute, man. That's not what he told me. That's not what he said. That's not what I agreed to in the beginning.
Right.
Thank you.
So I'm afraid to get off the trail that he blazed for me, because I know what he's done. I'm like, if I don't do it the way I promised, I don't know what will happen. I know what's happening here.
In other words, what does it profit a man?
That's right.
The whole world, and it is very soon.
That's exactly
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay on that path.
We're there.
Now,
we're not going anywhere.
Now, did I hear somewhere where you are going to be coming in a little bit early before the show to do a meet and greet type thing situation somewhere?
Yes, we've agreed to do a set of the band and myself. We're gonna do a set, and we're gonna bring the cast in as well for a meet and greet. And what is it called, Fred?
Irving Theater.
What is it called?
Irving Theater.
Irving.
Irving. Yeah.
Yes.
I've played there a few times. So.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna do a Ray Mack right now. Look, Prince, you know. Oh, what would I want to be there. When are the tickets going to go on sale for that?
Well, we're not handling the tickets for that production. You will have to get them from the Irving Theater.
Okay.
And also, Nat will be in on the 5th at the Veterans event on that Saturday. And Mr. Fred can share more about that. And he also will be here on Sunday promoting this show. That's the August the 5th and 6th. He will be in town promoting the Sam Cooke Story.
And, is that Q code up there? Is that something to represent about the
Q code will send you directly into the website, My Purple Rose Entertainment Group, that website, in order to purchase tickets through Ticketmaster.
Okay. All right, gotcha.
Joyce, question for you. Do you think you'll make the Irvine?
Say it again. I'm
Do
sorry.
you think you'll make that Friday night, the Irvine?
If I'm not booked anywhere, I will be there. There's no doubt.
Would you bring your acts with you, please?
I sure will.
Would you? Thank you. Yeah.
You bet.
Yeah.
See, you didn't think I was you meant by acts, huh?
I know you know. Let me tell you this. My music director, who's been with me for 15 years, is a graduate of Carnegie Mellon and the New York Conservatory of Music. All the guys, and this isn't a prerequisite, but all the guys are musically educated as well.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so you'll be in great company.
I have a bachelor's degree, but it's not at a.
And that's why I prefaced that. It just happened to be that case, but these are great heavyweight musicians. They've been with me for a long time. My sax guy's been with me for 12 years, 13 years now. All of that. Yeah.
They have chemistry and everything, you
Yes.
know.
And you feel that when we're together. You do.
Yes, there's nothing like.
Yeah, but you would enjoy it, and we'd love to have you on stage with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so would I show up and talk to the music director? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, yeah, you can do that. The set will already be spelled out and what have you. But everything that we do is #1 hits, and so you're familiar. You'll be familiar with them. Al Jarreau, George Benson, all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, Matt. Go ahead.
Now what I was gonna say that yes, it's gonna be a ticket sale at to come into the theater, but also you can be able to pick up your tickets for the stage play also with us at the survey.
This is exciting, y'all. Y'all got to be a part of this.
Yeah.
This is history making, and thank you for. There's been, I think, more of a hunger. The more resistance, the more curious we are about our history, about all of American history, not just the select, and not just historic. Well, he's historical in a sense, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
He discovered this or whatever, but I think we need to know this.
Right.
It needs to come from people who are passionate, and like you said, God chose you because you're pure at heart about it. Because
and it should come from us, because I look at the highest selling book on Sam Cooke, as I said, is Dream Boogie. It's written by a Caucasian guy. That should have been written by us.
What about you? Me? Who wrote that one?
You know what? Now I can't recall his name offhand, Joyce. I've got it upstairs, but
Right.
I can't recall his name offhand. But I also have a book by his nephew as well. It's his oldest sister's son. He wrote a book. It's called The Sam Cooke Story, the Family Perspective.
Gotcha.
And then there's one on Sam, which is called the SAR Story as well. I think Ed's probably, or Fred's probably aware of that one. And that's basically talking about his life story, but it also goes into him starting the record company and the publishing agency and all of that stuff.
And all of that.
Right.
What's amazing, like let's say the devil tried to take him out at a young age, we're still talking about him.
Still talking about it. Yeah.
I mean, it's still here. Go ahead, Mac. Sorry.
The thing is, you're gonna be talking about a lot of people for a long time because music, it will never die. After we gone, it's gonna still be here. Somebody's gonna pick up, ooh, I like this. It never dies.
And didn't he do Sugar Dumpling? Didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
He did do Sugar Dumpling.
First, right?
I'm sorry?
Somebody else did. Hey, there's Sugar Dumpling. Who else did Sugar Dumpling?
I'm not sure. Sam Cooke is the only one that I'm familiar with.
Okay, yeah. He's some amazing.
You'll hear that, Joyce. You'll hear that.
I love that one.
I kind of assumed you did.
Yeah. What was the song when he said, "It's Friday night and I ain't got nobody."
A Saturday night. It's another Saturday night.
Another Saturday night. I'm sorry.
Right.
What he
Yeah.
said, what was it about a blonde date looked like Frankenstein? I just cracked up. I thought.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We could talk about him all day, all night, right?
Yes, you can. You really can. And Sam at 20, probably no more than 28, 29 of age, owned a record company, a publishing agency, and a production company at the same time.
Wow.
I mean, just way ahead of his time.
Mm-hmm.
Passed away at 33 years of age.
So young.
I try and make some sense out of that. Tupac, 33 years of age.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, I should have mentioned him first, 33 years of age.
Wow.
Nipsey Hussle, 33 years of age. I don't know what that's all about. Nipsey Hussle.
I missed it. Who's the last one? 33?
I think it's the kids would know better. Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, that one they shot.
California.
In
California.
Last year, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I heard 3 people. The one that was shot down for the rapper.
He had kind of turned his life around and all of that stuff and what have you. But they were all 33 years of age.
That's crazy.
And so I'm still trying to figure out what the significance is of that age. I don't know, but
3, and then that age. But I guess the thing is that if you kill Jesus at 33, we still hear about him. Do you know what their legacy will live?
Maybe that's it.
Well, it was just like the other day. They on the news, they went to this house somewhere in Vegas and talking about Tupac. They trying to recreate why he got killed, what went on at this house that he was at. He came out to came on the strip, So that's a lot.
It is a lot, and what I realized in this story is that Sam Cooke was the glue that kept his family together. That's the other part.
Mm-hmm.
Joyce, did you know he was the valedictorian of his high school?
No, I did not.
He was.
Wow. I did when I because he was a little before my time, but I did notice how handsome he was, though. When I was
Yes.
I was like, oh, Sam Cooke. Oh, he was.
And I just discovered this week, because of you guys coming on, that he still has a daughter out there that's singing.
That's where that sequel, Across 110th Street, The Struggle of Bobby Womack, comes into play.
Okay.
Can I give you a tad bit of that?
Sure.
Since we're not doing that one.
Absolutely.
Right now. Well, Bobby Womack was about 19 years of age. Sam was 10 or 11 years older than Bobby. And Sam was Bobby's mentor. Loved him like a brother. He really did. Mm-hmm. Bobby evidently started having some type of flirtations with Barbara Cooke, which is Sam's wife, second wife, the one that most people know about. And after Sam was shot and killed, 3 months later, Bobby married Barbara Cooke. Yes. Bobby could not even get a marriage certificate. At that time, it had to be signed by your parents. So he had to get signatures from his parents. Bobby and Barbara were married for Sam Cooke's widow. They were married for 4.5 years. Well, they were married for like 5 years, but I think around the 4.5-year mark, Barbara Cooke comes home, and Sam Cooke at the time when he was shot and killed had a 13-year-old daughter. Yes, by the name of Linda Cooke. And so Barbara comes home and finds Bobby Womack and Linda now at age 18, in bed together. Yes, and so Bobby was having an affair with Sam Cooke's daughter while married to his widow in the house that Sam built.
Wow.
That's right.
Yes.
Fred is like, oh.
Something that most brothers wouldn't even do.
No, that's kind of doggish there.
Yeah.
But also, when they went to Chicago, what happened? They got their butts whooped.
Well, the two brothers, and we addressed that in the Sam Cooke story. So I won't go into that.
Yeah.
But yes. So all that's a part of the sequel, and that's why it's so important, because it doesn't just stop when Sam is shot and killed. It continues. Bobby, it goes into another segment as well, because after that happens, Linda Cooke marries Bobby Womack's baby brother, Cecil. Yeah. And you may remember this, Joyce. And Gary, I don't know if you would or not, I'm not sure. But there's a group called Womack and Womack. You ever heard of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't.
That's Bobby Womack's baby brother, Cecil, and Sam Cooke's daughter, Linda.
Oh.
And they moved away, moved to Africa and what have you. Cecil Womack passed away maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
And they have 3 daughters, and they're actually touring the U.S. right now. They're Sam Cooke's granddaughters.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's a part of that story.
Are they actually Sam Cooke's granddaughters?
They are.
They are. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Who has the world turned?
Yes.
No, right?
And hit rewind so I can hear.
Yeah. So all of that's in the play. Across 110th Street, the struggle of Bobby Womack, and when Barbara came home and she found them in bed together, she went and got her gun and she chases Bobby Womack all throughout the house, shooting at him. Yeah. All that's in. Yes, she did.
Beyond that, but
that's why I say, people in this chat room, catch your plane. Don't get spirit. Get your plane and come on out here to see this show.
I see somebody from Africa. Jessica, you can catch a plane from Africa. Just tell Edward McDaniel how much it's going to cost.
She's not even in Africa. She's in Canada.
She's in Canada now.
Okay. I'm really enjoying this show. But like I said, I have to go back to the archive and hear that again. I had no idea. I didn't know any of that.
And it was nothing but babies. So,
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about all that. Shit.
But I've heard of Sam Cooke all my life. Oh gosh, I can see his face in the 50s. When I watch videos, he's a singer from the 50s, very popular. Oh, what's his name?
Jackie Wilson, maybe.
Jackie Wilson, yes.
They toured. They would tour together a lot.
And then Jackie Wilson's son is singing his songs, but Jackie didn't even know he had a son when he.
Yes.
Yeah.
And somebody saw his son and said, "You look just like Jackie." And fast forward, Jackie's, I guess, had another son or daughter, another child, They did DNA and confirmed that he is Jackie Wilson's son.
Huh.
Yes.
And he looks a lot
like him.
Just like him.
No kidding. So I can't remember the story. Who was it? With some big names. He walked into the room and somebody said, "Yeah, I got to see this guy. He looks like Jackie." And the guy and his son said, "I didn't know that was my dad." and they proved that, you know. So we never know. The world keeps turning, and we're gonna find out the truth. You know, whatever happens in the dark
comes out.
Comes to the light.
Right. It does.
Yeah.
So watch out, Mac. You know, like.
Well, that's a good thing. I ain't got nothing in the dark. All mine's in the light. Everything is in the light. Because you know why I say that? I'm a traveling man. Traveling east.
What did he say?
Look at him. They know what I'm talking about. And Fred do too.
Here's another tidbit with Sam Cooke and Bobby Womack. Bobby Womack was the first one to hear "A Change Gonna Come" at Sam Cooke's home.
Oh, really?
Before anyone else did, yes. And Sam Cooke never got an opportunity to sing "A Change Gonna Come" live. Never. He sang it once.
I'm afraid to die. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know what's up there beyond.
Right. Beyond the screen. Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you don't know Sam Cooke's music, the lyrics, you might not get that, but that's just go listen to the song. Change gonna. Is it change gonna come or gonna come?
Right.
Which one is it? Gone or GON?
I'm sorry. Say that again, please.
Is the song "A Change Gonna Come" GON or?
Well, I'm glad you brought that forth. Here's what happened. That song was released posthumously after Sam passed away. Okay. Sam Cooke, well, as an artist myself and a writer, when you write something, that's really what you expect for it to be. I believe that when the executives at RCA Victor, when they saw it, they decided that it was grammatically incorrect. He says in the lyrics, "A change gonna come," GON. Come. The label on Tom, the label on the record says "A change gonna come," GONNA.
Okay.
And that was one of the things that I made sure that I think I explained that to Prince in reference to that. That's why we try and make sure on all of the advertisement marketing aspects of the paperwork and everything that we're producing in reference to the show visually, the materials and what have you, that it says "A change gonna come." Because as a writer myself, and having recorded 6 CDs myself and wrote a lot of the especially the lyrics and the melodies and all that type stuff, I know what I wanted to say, and that's the way I wanted it to be. I would have said "A change gonna come" if that's what I meant. He says specifically "A change gonna come," and he says it every time. And back in that day, you couldn't sample and then put it from one track to the other. You had to sing it every time.
Right.
And he sung it like that every time. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Every time.
I do.
And so they decided, the powers that be at the record company decided that it was grammatically incorrect, and they were going to correct it for this beautiful young man who had passed away, who sang it the way that he wanted it to be. And so they decided to make it "A change gonna come," and that's not what it is. It should be "A change gonna come."
Right.
And I stand by that with my whole heart, because I believe that's what he wanted. Yeah.
A change gonna come.
A change gonna come. Yeah.
They always trying to change everything that an artist do. I've never understood that.
Right.
Money. They
Yeah,
think
money.
money.
Right.
It's all about the.
Yeah, I still don't understand that.
Well, even what's his name? Ice Cube is doing engagements all around the country speaking about that. Who's actually the rap songs? Now he was authentic, but he says there's a committee writing these rap songs, and they decide how rowdy it's going to be, the lyrics and everything. So when you hear them, they're criticizing rap artists, gangster rappers. Oh, y'all so awful, and don't realize there's a committee behind them that may not even look like them, for the most part, writing these lyrics. So you have to know the backstory. When I have time, I do listen and try to keep up, but there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to know.
It really is. Yeah.
You're telling us a load of information that
I'm glad you brought that forth, because that's really a stickler of mine, because that's what they did. They changed the lyrics, basically. He said it clearly, as I said 3 or 4 times, in the song.
And they just couldn't stand
a change
it.
Gonna come.
They had to change it.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Huh.
Yeah.
Very nice. It's just like jazz. They've heard the story. How we go to a prestigious jazz place, where you get paid membership, where some friends invited us, so we were going to pay. We're not a member, so we thought she asked for our names because she thought we were members. She's like, I didn't see your name on the list. And my husband said, can we buy a ticket? Oh, I'm so sorry. And I thought, did I just get snubbed about a genre that started in my community?
Exactly.
Yeah, you did.
That's right.
Crazy.
That's not. I felt some kind of way walking away. You know how sometimes you start thinking about it and you go, wait a minute, I just got some.
Right.
And I don't care, what your culture is. We can do each other's music that comes from each other's culture. What I'm saying is that give credit where it's due.
Where it's due.
That's all I'm saying. In order being because, who was it? Thelonious Monk's son. I can't remember his name. He said jazz wasn't designed for dinner music. That's something that.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
Involved, and that's okay. That you
Right.
take, soften it up, and it's beautiful. Because Nat King Cole, he did the darn thing when those ballads. His voice was amazing.
Yeah.
So it's okay. But credit where it's due. Why? Where did it come from? So now it's dinner music. It's classy. It's for the upper class. It's taught in universities. You have jazz studies, but the guys who created it didn't have jazz studies at prestigious music colleges.
Yeah.
But you know who gave a lot of the artists a start in TV was Ed Sullivan, black artists.
Yeah.
Gave a lot of credit to the black artists. That's how Nat King Cole got his show.
Yeah, and speaking of Nat King Cole, Nat married his first wife 9 days after he divorced his second wife.
Oh, boy.
He married his second wife 9 days after he divorced his first wife.
Wow.
I wonder what was going on there.
That was quick.
That was very quick.
We'll show you what was going on in the stage show.
Well, I'll tell you
As
what.
a matter of fact, that young lady was a mother. The second wife became the mother of Natalie Cole.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very interesting story.
A former
Very
NBA
interesting.
player told
I
me,
can't think what.
you don't know how it is out there. He said, women just come at you. And I guess, you know what I mean?
You're throwing their underwear at you. I
Right.
think he never called Natalie. He had a nickname for Natalie. What's
I
that
don't know.
nickname? He never called her Natalie. He had a nickname for her.
Pookie?
For Natalie,
Yeah, for Natalie.
I'm not sure.
I don't know that either.
I'm not sure.
He had a nickname for her. And I can't think of what it is right off the bat.
I'll look it up, okay?
He never called her Natalie, though.
Okay. Well, let's take this time since we are dialing down. We only got 15 more minutes, but let's put that information back out there again. The time, the date, and all that good stuff about the two shows. Both the times and all that good stuff. Who wants to take that?
Okay, you can catch the Sam Cooke Story August the 12th at the beautiful Black Academy of Arts and Letters in the Naomi Butin Theater at 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. There will be 2 shows only, and tickets are currently on sale now. You can get them through the Black Academy box office. Actually, we're sold out of the VIP tickets, so therefore the general admission is still available, $45 up until $65. So you can get those at the Black Academy of Arts and Letters box office, Ticketmaster, and also you can get them on Gold Star. That's another outlet that you will be able to get those tickets on. Again, those shows are August the 12th at 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. at the Naomi Butin Theater in Dallas, Texas. I'd like to say a shout out to Mr. Curtis King, who runs that facility. The Black Academy is a beautiful facility. So come on out, and we will roll out the royal carpet for everyone to present themselves as king and queens and the royal person that they are. So we're going to have a good time, and you will be treated like royalty.
Let me ask you this, Prince.
Yes.
Am I going to get my crown?
I'm sorry?
Am I going to get one to put on my head?
There will be crowns there, but they're not for your head, Ed.
That's why.
No, I just had to check.
Very good. Very good.
And then have fun, and you'll be able to take photos and meet the cast. And of course, you'll get to meet Nat George, the star of the show. So come on out and take pictures, take lots of pictures with the cast and the star of the show.
Yeah.
Nice. Love that.
And Nat, boy, he does a very, very awesome job of portraying Sam Cooke at least with the voice.
Yes, he does. He does. Even the demeanor, the demeanor, the voice, everything. It's just, in like one of the commercials, one of the people that was coming out of the show stated that it's such an experience. You would think you spent those hours right there with Sam Cooke. Not only spending that time with Sam Cooke, she said she could have sat there another 2.5 hours. So that was great.
That is great.
Well, I think
even for the young, I'm sorry, even for the young people.
It's gonna be a lot of tear-jerking in that too, I bet.
Yeah, even for the young people, bring them out. Let them get educated on who this man, his life, his music, and his legacy. Because, like we said earlier, a lot of people sing the song, but they don't know much about the man behind the song.
I love it. Okay. Well, G, are you trying to wrap it up now?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you got it, we still got 10 minutes. Anything?
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Put out? Anything? Anybody got anything else they'd like to say?
And what we like to do, Gary, we would like to give a couple of tickets away to your audience.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
You guys can handle that however you please, but all we need to know is their name, their full name, and which show they would like to attend, the 2 p.m. show or the 6 p.m. show.
Y'all hear that?
Okay, awesome.
And like Max said, if you live out of town, that's fine. You get a break on the tickets, and you can buy your plane ticket to fly
Mhm.
To fly into the show, yeah.
Or it could
That's
be a
so hard.
gift to
You know-
somebody that you're trying to impress.
Well, I guess we can come up with something to raffle that off, huh? At some point.
But see, the way I did it is that if you're interested, one person can assign numbers to each name and call somebody to say, pick a number. That's how I did it when I gave free tickets to a show I was doing recently. And I called somebody and said, pick a number, and they picked the number. And that's who got the tickets. So
cool.
Or they can answer a question. The first one that answers the question right. There's so many ways to do it. But you can do it in a group, in your GHP group or something like that.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good way that we've done it many times, such as what was Sam Cooke's first #1 hit, something of that nature.
Know that.
You guys know what that was, right?
Well,
Yes,
we
I do.
make it a campaign.
Yeah.
Because you're on the committee, executive producer. Make it a campaign. And when I say make it a campaign, because that would draw more attention to the event. It's an ad. You're advertising the event while you're giving away 2 tickets, and come up with a quick flyer and put it out there. If you can answer, there's so many. But I like combining the efforts. You get to promote it as well with the link there. You didn't win. Here's the link. Something like that.
Yeah.
And also, even though our VIP tickets are sold out, just to highlight that for the next event, so they will grab their tickets early. That VIP will include a reception after the show for the 2 o'clock, and before the show for the 6 o'clock, and also preferred seating. And we will be giving away, and each patron would get a gift valued at $25. And also they will get an opportunity to win anywhere from $25 to $100. There will be 3 gift cards available for that. And also we will be giving away a laptop or 2.
Whoa.
Not a laptop, a tablet, not a laptop. A tablet or 2. So that's just
that's awesome.
Icing on the cake.
Yeah, we like to be givers. We don't want our patrons to come and it's like Nat said earlier. It's not all about the money. It's about bringing the people together, because we could have done this play at Granville Art Theater in Garland. We could have did it in Grand Prairie. However, we wanted to do it for the culture, and to do Sam Cooke justice, because the Black Academy of Arts and Letters is about culture, and this is a legend that we're talking about, and we wanted to bring that show to our culture, our place, for our culture.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
We are givers. We are givers and giving back to the community. And Mr. Frank, we want to highlight the veterans event that Nat will be on August 5th.
That's August the 5th at Irving Theater. In conjunction with the tiny houses, we'll be having a program for Purple Heart veterans. If you know any Purple Heart veterans, invite them. The admission for all Purple Heart veterans are free. We want to give back to those who have given. At the Urban Theater on the 5th of August, all Purple Heart veterans are welcome.
Awesome.
Irving Theater.
What's the address there, Fred?
1707 Irving.
It's South Irving.
South Irving, yes.
Plus, it's not that far from the Arts and Letters.
No, it's not.
It's all on the same part of town.
Yeah.
A few blocks away.
Yeah. No, not a few blocks, but it's across the the bridge.
Across the bridge.
Across 35, I think. It's across 35.
No, 30.
30. Okay. 30. Okay.
Very good. Very good. Awesome. Well, this is going to be awesome. Yeah, well, I just want to take this time to thank you all for coming on and sharing this this wonderful information about this wonderful stage play. Glad it's going to be coming to Dallas, and we just look forward to all the other ones that you talked about as well that are going to be going as well. So yeah. So anyway, anything else? Are we missing anything else before we head out for today? Anybody?
No.
I guess we'll let Nat have the last word.
For instance, that's on the main stage, isn't it? Is that correct?
I'm sorry.
That is on the main stage at the Black Academy of Arts and Letters, correct?
Naomi Bruton Theater. Yes, that's the main. Yes.
All you have to do is move to your left or right, and we can see it all there. It's right behind you, Prince.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. There you go.
Oh,
there it is.
Now
See, you got?
Let me.
It's there. I've been looking at it. Pick your phones up. It's all right there. So, and if you forget, just this video is going to be on archive. Just come back and look for this. Okay, you can come back now.
Okay. Always go to mypurpleroseent.com.
Okay.
All right.
My last words would be that this is really going to be an historical moment for Dallas, just as it was for Atlanta 17 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And as George alluded to, no one's doing productions like this. When I think of this type of production, I think of August Wilson, who gave us Fences and Two Trains Running and things of that nature. He created what's called the Philadelphia Cycle, which was actually a combination of 10 plays. And so I'm trying to get there. We'll see. But we're bringing you musical biopics, historical, legendary productions about artists and their life story and what they went through, their trials, their triumphs, who they were as people. They were more than just singers. They were individuals. They were loved by their families. They had problems, just like we all do, and they persevered, and they were able to make just a serious contribution to our culture and to our society. And so that's what these productions are about. That's what A Change Gonna Come, the Sam Cooke Story is about. We want you to come out and see it.
Yes.
So you can witness exactly who Sam was as a teenager and what he became as a young man and as a visionary in the music industry. We look forward to being there, Dallas.
Nate, I want to say this one thing. Nate, you
Yes,
need
sir.
to put your biography on yourself.
I agree.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I was thinking, I'm sorry, Mac, you said you released 5 or 6 CDs. You have your own story. It would be nice if you'd come back and it would be about you.
Well, we could do that, and as a matter of fact, we've been working on something of that nature here in Atlanta as well. And it's called Born to Sing. And yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about your music.
We'll do that for sure. And we'll have those CDs for sale as well.
Yeah.
When you come out to the theater, they will be there.
Yeah, I was going to do that, and I realized, this is about Sam Cooke production, but
yeah, we're gonna have the CDs there for sure.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
This is so nice. Okay.
All right.
But I agree, Jack.
That's awesome.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, thank you all. We really do appreciate it. And
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. And like I said, we'll keep promoting it up all the way up to that point. I know it's just what? How many weeks now? Let's see. It'll be August 12th. So that's
less than 2 weeks.
Yeah. So it's on its way.
Yes.
All right. Well, with that said, I just want to thank everybody again for coming in, and everybody be safe this weekend. Stay cool out there. Stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water, because it is pretty steamy. and then, like I said, with that said again, I just want to thank you, Fred, Ray, Prince, and Nate, Nat, for coming on, and I'll pass it over to Ray and Joyce.
Well, I might well say I'm here every week, but this is a very special show for me because with Nate and my two cohorts there, these executive producers give me a hard time at times, but like I think they might have something good to say about me after the show.
That hard time. You heard.
But y'all be safe out there. Hey, but like I said, y'all need to come see this show.
Mm-hmm.
You really do. And I know there's a lot of people that's outside this chat room is listening. And if they not, they can always go back. A lot of people go back and replay it again to listen. The whole show. So, we good that way too. But whole thing I can say, see you later, bye.
Bye.
Joyce.
Thank you, guys.
My turn.
Stay with us for a minute, Nat.
Okay, it's my turn.
No, I was saying that stay with us for a minute after the
Sure.
Algie Williams said in the chat, to the writers and producers of the Sam Cooke Story, thank you for an awesome GHP radio segment. Have a great weekend, everyone. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're listening, and I've learned so much today. I was already excited about it, and I'm even more excited. Now I know why we do interviews and why, like you said, advertisements, because building that and hearing the story and talking, I feel honored because I'm talking to Nat George, you yourself, not the originator or the cultivator of this story. I'm amazed, and God picked the right one, of course, like he makes mistakes, but you know what I mean. I can see he picked the right one. And I'm so honored to meet you. And other people in the chat line, Colleen Keith, Gia Costello, Jazzy K. Ward, Henry Mixon, Jessica, Marilyn, and Algie, thank you for all of your dialogue in the chat. I usually read more than that, but I was so engulfed into the stories that Nat was telling. This has been very interesting. So thank you. If you like what you heard today, click the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. If you have already, just send this to one friend and tell them to subscribe to this music channel. Gary Fuston has worked very hard to bring this production, and just do that one thing, because if everybody does it, we can just keep building this and building this. And I'll see you at the Sam Cooke Story stage play.
Thank you.
I want to give a good shout out to Jordan Clemens. I see her in the room.
Hey, Jordan. Good to see you. I do see it. She's in the chat.
In the chat?
Yeah, she's in the chat.
Yeah.
Look like
Did she just pop in? Because I didn't see her.
She just popped in. Hey, Jordan.
The who are listening and not in the chat, I see you, sis. This young lady here, this is another story. She's doing some big things too. I know you have some health challenges, but y'all just don't know. I can't say it right now, but there's some people doing some really great things, and I'm so honored to know you, Jordan and Nat.
All right.
Y'all do this thing, okay? All right.
Okay. Well, everybody, y'all have a great weekend, and we'll see you here, same time, same place next week. Keep it locked right here on our channel, the Indie Live Spot. All right. We'll see y'all next week.
Thank you.
I
Ooh.